What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Amir. Be back with another video to continue the trash series. If you remember previously in the last video of this series, I was talking about how winter is trash. But in this episode, I'm gonna talk about the process of trying to find a job and how trash that shit is. Cause I've been seeing people on the internet complain about how trash it is trying to find a job. But in my head, it was always like this. I'm not even gonna lie. But the shit probably got worse. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause I remember when I turned 16, one of the first things I did was apply to like probably 100 jobs. I kid you not. And back then I thought all you had to do was apply and just wait for a little bit and boom, you got the job. But a week turned into 2 weeks, 3 weeks turned into a month, and then a month turned into 2 months, and I wasn't getting no jobs, bro. I was still jobless. So my mom put me on game. She told me I had to apply to the place and just call them repeatedly until they gave me an interview. And to make it easier, when I would call the places, I had a script written on what I would say. And fair enough, after I started doing that shit, I had like 3 jobs lined up, just that easy. But I only went to one, and that one job was Walmart. That was my first job for real. Maybe I should make a video about my experience working at Walmart, but this ain't that video. But to make a long story short, I got fired after like 6 months, and then when I got fired, I had no other jobs lined up, so I was jobless. I was about 17 at the time, so I took like a 2-month break, and then after that I started applying to jobs again. And that's when I started to find out like, oh yeah, jobs ain't really hiring out here for real like that. And that was only a couple years ago. I can't imagine how that shit is now. I've heard countless stories of people applying to like 100 jobs and them not even getting a call back interview or nothing. Jobs always say they're hiring, but when motherfuckers apply, they never hear anything back. No one actually gets hired. I was getting to a point where I started thinking that you need to know people to get jobs. Like, why do I need to have connections and know hella motherfuckers just to get an entry-level job? Something even worse than that, why do some people need degrees and fucking bachelors or whatnot just to get entry-level jobs? And another thing that irks me is when a job say that it's entry-level, but they also want you to have hella years of experience, work experience already. Now for someone that is 18 and just graduated and they're just now getting in the workforce, how the hell are they gonna have work experience, bruh? Like, it just doesn't make sense, bruh. I'm only 18. Why do you expect me to have 5 years of work experience? If you're job searching in 2024, do not use Indeed, bro. I honestly think that shit is like a scam, or they be playing with people, but do not use Indeed. Throughout the years, I've probably applied to like 100+ jobs on Indeed, and I have not gotten an email call back from not a single one of them motherfuckers. At this point, I think the best way to get a job in 2024 is to just walk in old school and try to talk to the manager or some shit in person, or go to the temp agency. But honestly, they'll probably tell you they don't have any work, or if they do got work, that shit probably only gonna last like a week or two. So if you watching this and you already got a job that you don't like, bro, just keep it, bro. Just keep it until you find another job and you for sure got that job lined up already. Like, it's gotten to the point I don't even apply to new jobs. I remember I used to apply to different jobs just to fuck around and see what I got going on, but I don't even do it no more because I already know I ain't finna get that bit. I remember when I was in high school, the one job I always used to try to apply for was Target, and it seemed like Target was just so fucking hard to get into. Like, I don't know if they got some race games going on there, but I never seen no black people working at Target. It was always just white girls, and I always wanted to work at Target because they had the best pay. But I remember when I applied, them motherfuckers denied me within like the same hour. I was over here making fake resume pages, making fake motherfucking profiles, acting like I graduated college and shit, and they was still denying me. I made like 5 different emails of myself. They was denying me every application within the same hour. I was like, fuck, bro, do you need to be in some top secret service shit just to get in this job? You have to sacrifice some niggas? Do you got to do some blood work just to get in this job? It just got to a point where I just gave up. Said maybe this shit just ain't meant to be. Maybe God got better things in store for me. But I would honestly say, if you are in a dire situation and you need a job like right now, either go to the temp agency or try to get you a fast food job or some shit, because even the retail jobs acting bougie now. And I don't know if it's just where I'm at, but it seemed like the warehouse jobs only hire motherfuckers that's like 25 and up, and by that age you should probably be in college or getting a trade or some shit like that, or doing your own thing if you haven't already. Stop using Indeed, man. Seriously, that shit don't work. If I could recommend any online websites to apply for jobs and shit, I would recommend like just going to the company website, LinkedIn, and Snag a Job. A lot of people don't know about this app, so keep it low key, but Snag a Job I low-key remember using Snag-a-Job, just fucking around trying to find different jobs and shit, and it really was working for me. I was only using it for a month, but I got more jobs off that than years of using Indeed. And Indeed be having the most random fucking jobs. Like, I remember the one job I got off Indeed, it was like this online sales job. It was the weirdest shit ever. You had online interviews and stuff. You had to suit up, and it was such a weird phase in my life. Like, I had to suit up, put a real life suit on in my room on a Zoom call. Meanwhile, I got a Dragon Ball Z poster in the back. It just felt so unserious. Like, I was literally playing a character, just lying throughout the whole interview. It was some YouTube content. I tell you, that shit was funny as fuck. I remember it was this one warehouse job that reached out to me, and I remember I read it. It was like you had to be in the freezing cold, and temperatures were always in the negative, and you were stocking like fish or some shit at a warehouse. I don't know. It just felt so unbelievable. It felt so fake. But I was going to the Zoom meetings and everything, taking pictures and everything. Like, why was I even doing that? I don't know why I was doing all that shit for what, bro. I knew I wasn't gonna work the job. Everyone knows what a job is. I'm pretty sure majority of people work a job. Just make sure the job you work or the job you are working to work isn't absolute hell, and it actually, you know, satisfies something in your life. It suits you know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to get on people who work retail jobs or fast food jobs and whatnot, but maybe that's just what suits them in their life, you know what I mean? A lot of people these days, they push the entrepreneur stuff and this and that, and they feel like everyone else has to be on that timing, when that's just not true. If everyone was a boss, who the fuck would be the workers? You know what I mean? Just do what suits you and what's best for you. Don't really listen to what nobody else gotta say, you know? At least you got a job in this motherfucker. A lot of grown people out here, they don't got jobs, and they just living off other people, just riding away all day. But nah, job searching is trash, honestly. I think it has something to do with the inflation that happened over the years, but I have noticed over the years it has been getting harder and harder to just get a job and secure a job. So hopefully the economy can go back to what it was when Obama was president, or somewhat like it. Because a lot of people like to say when Trump was president, the economy was the best. First off, no, it was not. And the only reason you think that way is because Obama set the economy that way up before he even left, and left it for Trump, and Trump still fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother video. I don't really want to talk about that. But let me know what y'all think about this video. Y'all been out here struggling to get a job? Trust me, I know how it feels, especially when you young, like 16, 17, 18. Jobs not really trying to give people chances like that for real. Want you to have 10 years work experience, but you only 19. Like, make it make sense. But I'll see y'all boys in my next video. Peace out. I love y'all, man.